So this work is about transformation. I started working with wool. I was interested in wool and its ability to felt, to change over time. And I needed to kind of figure out how I could work larger. And so I chose denim. Like, this is a material that as a unit, I can use a lot of them, and it speaks about the individual and also speaks about the group. I mean, I'm not sure if I had like a really specific, this is what I want to say. It wasn't clear in that sense that I wasn't starting with that idea, but what I was starting with was the materiality. This idea of like kind of feeling it, being with it. There's an intimacy. It's kind of like this conversation that I'm having with the material. Like in this work, I'm thinking about constraints. I mean, I'm thinking about my own personality and how I can work. Within that work, it's kind of messy, but also very structured. And so that's my personality coming out. The first piece in this show is Further Together, and it's based on this African proverb that's, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So this idea of like being close and intimate and working together is, it kind of reflects back to my own process of working on the material. I'm thinking about painting at this point when I'm doing this work, and that's kind of some of the feedback that I'm getting to. It looks like abstract painting, and I've kind of come from that background. You know, having those constraints is a way that's helpful that I can work and kind of know what comes next. It's a system. Some of the structure that you can't see in the organic forms, or is not as evident, is more evident in the cube. I named this piece a quote from Corita Kent: "To understand is to stand under, which is to look up to, which is a good way to understand." That title is my subtle way of telling people that they can actually walk underneath the work and experience it. There's a rule in galleries that you're not supposed to touch, and so I'm kind of crossing this line. At the opening, there were people that were actually jumping up into the work, and they just this expression of like being like a kid and playing. And there was someone who was like taking his whole body and like spinning around and jumping up, and I just thought that was so nothing that I could have planned for. And to be able to make work that makes people move, like that is so powerful. The tips of the fabric actually brush against the top of my head, and so there's this pleasure that I'm interested in. And then the size of it is my wingspan. So it's really based on my body. My work is asking people to connect, to think differently about their bodies, to move their bodies around the work, to engage. I think what I'm asking is for people to stop and to be present. And in a way, like asking that of myself.